We see them in nearly every town and suburb, vacant shop fronts taking up space but giving nothing back to the community.
Now there's a push to use the so-called lazy tax to encourage land banking investors to open up these empty buildings to musicians, artists and actors at discount prices. And joining us now at the desk is Sydney Councillor Jess Miller. Jess, who are you trying to punish and who are you trying to help? We're trying to work it out.
I'm trying to help everyone. I think we all know when you go down a street and there's lots of lazy space, it just feels dead. You don't really want to be there. It's a bit grim. So the idea of this is to really incentivise landlords to do something with that space as opposed to just let it there empty. And the idea is that if you have life and vibrancy in the street, you've got a knock-on effect. So it'll benefit local residents, businesses, cafes, and really, I guess, just bring back a community vibe that we'd really love to see.
Why would any landlord want their property to sit empty?
Well, sometimes, as I understand it, it makes more financial sense for a landlord to actually leave a space empty because of the perceived value of the asset. So rather than drop the rent, it makes more sense for you to keep the rent artificially high so that if you're trying to lend against it or get money for something else, you're more able to do that. So it's a financial mechanism that's having a perverse impact and, in effect, actually locking people out.
You might be onto something here. Can we use this for the housing crisis? Because there's lots of residential properties that are also lying vacant.
Maybe. Like, I think there probably is something in it. I've got, we often see it in streets where there's a lot of Airbnb potentially. Like, there seems to be a lot of spaces that aren't as productive as they could be. And when we're talking about the Productivity Commission, we often talk about people, but spaces are really valuable assets, especially in cities. So the question I have, which I hope this tax summit will answer, is are we actually using the spaces that we already have to the best of their capacity before going ahead and building more stuff? Because we know that takes a long time and it's really expensive.
Yeah, it's a good question. Councillor Jess Miller, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.